and I was freaking out. Aloha friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today's setting is a little bit different. I don't know if the lighting is gonna work with this video, but let's just hope it does. I'm filming this video at 9:50 at night. I wanted to get it up today. Today is the last day for this week, and I really wanted to get it up for you guys. If I'm whispering, which I'm gonna try not to be, but if I am, it's because my daughter is sleeping and I don't want to be too loud, but I definitely want to be loud enough for you guys to hear me. So where are we at this week? This week we are at 19 weeks. I'm about to be 20 weeks, so that's why this video needed to be done today. My baby is the size of a large tomato. I feel like we kind of like shrunk in size. Like last week it was a sweet potato, and like to me sweet potatoes are like that big, but like a tomato, a large tomato kind of goes that way. So I'm not sure if it's like doing just like width and not length. Probably. It's probably doing it like the long way of how thick it usually is and not how long it is, because how could it go from a sweet potato to a tomato? Not much has changed in this week's pregnancy. I went and saw the new doctor. So last week I had talked about how we are switching doctors. Something really big happened this week. So something really big did happen this week. It was really emotional for me. I actually do daily vlogs, so you guys can go check out that vlog if anyone missed it, and it explains why I had such an emotional week. But I'm gonna explain it again here, and I'm gonna give you guys an update in case you're just here for the pregnancy updates, or yeah, you guys want to know what's going on at 19 weeks pregnant to be prepared for your guys' 19 weeks. I'm gonna like sit back a little bit because my back starts to hurt. This week was very emotional for me in a lot of ways. I have a 21-month-old daughter, and she officially stopped breastfeeding this week. So we no longer breastfeed, and I really, to be honest with you guys, never saw that ending. Like I never thought it would end, and for it to just end like this out of nowhere was completely unexpected. I had no time to prepare myself for it, which is why I had a rough few days. She still to this day kind of like asks to breastfeed, but we do not, and she gets over it within a second of asking. But she didn't like just forget about it. It was indeed my fault of why we stopped breastfeeding so soon. So I started getting a really bad pain, which I also talked about in last week's video, and I wasn't sure what was going on or why that was. I decided to have a hot compress on it one day as it was so incredibly painful, and I was in a lot of pain, and she knew that, and she was like, owie, like she knew I was in pain. And so from that moment on, she didn't want it. She wanted it, she wanted to see it, she wanted to look at it, but she knew that it was painful. And I only nurse my daughter on this side. I do not nurse her on this side anymore, and that's a whole nother video on why we do that. We were once upon a time doing both sides, but we cut to just one side. So she knew I had an owie, and she just eventually stopped, because every time she would pull it, it really was still painful. So my point of telling you guys that, well, of course, I'm no longer breastfeeding while being pregnant, which up until 18 weeks, I was still breastfeeding, and I know that a lot of doctors were concerned about that, saying that I'm not giving my baby the full nutrition, and you know, I don't really agree with a lot of people on that aspect, as there is a lot of mothers that still breastfeed their babies all the way, and they do tandem feeding where they're feeding both of them. So it is possible, and it totally is okay. I believe it is okay, but I'm no longer doing it. So I did end up going to the doctors this week to figure out what was going on, and they have no idea. And it's kind of hard to go to the doctors and like have like a persistent pain that lasted for about 5 to 6 days, and they have no idea why. And up today I have no more pain, so I haven't had pain for the last 3 days. this is now my daughter's like 4th full day of not breastfeeding. So they said that it could have something to do with my body's way of telling me that it's time to stop breastfeeding, that I am no longer producing milk, and that my body is here to support the new baby now. And so I went with that, and I truly, myself, my own intuition before I went to the doctors, that's what I felt. I felt as if I wasn't making milk. She was still sucking and giving it stimulation, but nothing was going to come to it because now all of my body's functions are now going to the baby. I run pretty small, so I felt as if it was time for my body to take over for the baby only. And so in that aspect, I'm really grateful that my daughter weaned so easily and she didn't really give me a hard time. It was very hard for me in the beginning, and it was really emotional. So the first day that it happened, I put my daughter to bed and she just went to bed. She didn't want to nurse, and like that is her favorite thing to do at night, is nurse. Like we stopped nursing during the day. We were just doing when she wakes up and at night. And she like just went in her bed and went to sleep, and I thought that was the craziest, weirdest thing ever. And then I went out of her room. She stayed tucked in, cuddling her Minnie Mouse. I shut the door, and that was it. And she was just asleep, and I lost it. I was literally crying. And it probably has a lot to do with my pregnancy hormones, don't get me wrong. And I was freaking out. I was like, my baby is no longer a baby anymore. Like, she doesn't need me to soothe her. She doesn't need me to comfort her. She's just ready to go to bed on her own like big girls. And so I was crying, and my boyfriend was in the shower, and he came out. He's like, oh my God, what's going on? Are you hurt? Are you hurt? And I'm just like crying, like I couldn't even talk yet. And he's like, babe, what's going on? Talk to me. Like, are you okay? And I'm like, Ayla doesn't want to nurse on me anymore. She put herself to bed. And he's just, you know, there's not really much guys can handle. They don't quite understand what we go through as mothers and postpartum and these types of things. He doesn't even quite fully understand my love for breastfeeding. Other than that, not much has really changed in this pregnancy. Everything is going really good. My belly is definitely getting bigger. I'm really starting not to fit into my shorts and pants anymore, and I'm starting to transition into my leggings and skirt phase. I'm starting to get a lot more uncomfortable, like my positions. My back starts to hurt a lot quicker. When I'm laying down, I definitely need to be on one side or the other. It hurts so much to put pressure like on my back. And I actually was reading what is the best way to sleep when you're pregnant, and it says on your right or your left side, your back is not a good position to sleep, as everything is pushing down on all your organs. So that makes sense because it's so uncomfortable for me. I'm starting to get really uncomfortable. That brings me to my next topic, and that is my pregnancy pillow. So I talked about that in a few updates, and I told you guys to get this pregnancy pillow, that I heard that it was so amazing. And by 8 months with my daughter, I wanted that pillow more than anything, as I had all the pillows from our bed all around me. You need back support, belly support, and leg support, and your head support, so you need so much support. So I went ahead and I ordered this pregnancy pillow, and it came in today. Today I got it. So I want to show you guys, but it's actually in the washer. So I ordered it in light pink, and there's this big pillowcase that comes around it. So I took it off and I threw it in the washer so I can use it tonight. So maybe by the time this video goes up, I will insert a picture. So maybe by the time that this video goes up, it is done being washed and dried, and I will insert a picture for you guys. So I'm so excited to use it tonight, because I'm really starting to get uncomfortable that this pillow is going to come in handy. I haven't got any headaches, which is really awesome. I've been staying very hydrated. I'm starting to get to the phase where my belly is itchy, so you can really tell that my belly is getting bigger as it is getting so itchy. So every single night, and I can't emphasize this enough, every single night I put coconut oil on my belly, and I truly believe that this is why I have no stretch marks, and this is why I had no stretch marks with my daughter. My stomach just went right back. It doesn't help with saggy skin, but the gym will fix that. But I'm telling you, this coconut oil will stretch your skin and it will allow it so that you have no stretch marks. I love it, I love it, I love it so much. And it soothes you, like your belly starts to get so itchy, and mine right now is itchy. Like I could just itch it all day. So that's it for this week's pregnancy update. We are about to be the halfway mark, and we're really moving in towards getting things serious, starting to get the rooms ready and the beds ready. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this update. Again, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love, love, love to hear your guys' thoughts and give you guys feedback on any questions you guys have. This is my baby number 2, so I feel like it's going a lot more smoother, or so I know what to expect when you're expecting. So that's it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post weekly pregnancy updates and vlogs, and my sister and I do fun sissy sesh challenges or like fun videos. So yeah, that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Okay, so I went on to last week's video and I am gonna answer some of your guys' questions. So this question is from Stacy Webb, and she said, "Ask Mama, how do you feel about getting ready to have 2 kids? For me, emotionally, the idea was hard. I was so happy to be pregnant with number 2, but it was just me and my daughter for 4 years, and I felt bad about making her share the love. Now that he is here, she is so in love with her brother, and it is perfect." This is such an awesome question, and you know, I feel like it's something that all mothers go through when they go from 1 to 2, because you feel as if you can't like share the love, or for me it is like I feel as if like I only know Ayla. Ayla is my whole world. Like she is my baby, she is my daughter, and you know, my only child that I have, and I can't imagine I can't imagine loving anything as much as I love her. And you know, I think that's something that all mothers go through when they go from 1 to 2. And I have talked to a lot of moms and a lot of friends that I have that all felt the same way, and they say the same thing as you, that you literally, like as soon as they're born, it's like you automatically, love is definitely multiplied. When I first found out I was pregnant, I was so scared, and it almost wasn't real to me. Meaning, like when I was pregnant with Ayla, like I was so excited to meet her, but now that I have Ayla, it's like that's all I focus on, Ayla. So with a new baby, it's kind of been flying by so fast. I'm now at the understanding that this baby is coming, and it's coming really soon, and I'm super excited about it. I was like emotionally very scared in the beginning, just the thought of sharing with Ayla, and I just was like, is she gonna be losing out on her time? And you know, how can I give all my attention to both babies? And I just want it to be all about Ayla. I want her to feel special for a little while, but I couldn't be any more excited now that I'm gonna have another baby. And I would love, I know that they're gonna interact so well, and they're gonna be the best of friends, and I feel like the best gift you can give a child is a sibling. So I'm so excited now, and me and her dad both are so excited, and I don't even, those thoughts aren't in my mind anymore. I mean, you know, there's still like, I have no idea how it's gonna be. I can't imagine having 2 babies that are just my babies, my whole world, but I know that it's coming, and we're so excited, and we know that we're gonna love the other baby just as much as we love Ayla. That's such a good question, because that's honestly a fear that I had, and you know, it's like not a fear, it's not something you like want to talk about. You don't want to tell people like, am I not gonna like love my baby, or is it gonna be hard to share my love? And I now know that they're just gonna be my babies, and that's it. Aloha, Sophia. We want to say hello to you. I wish Ayla was here to say hi. She loves to say hi to you guys. Thank you so much for watching us, and we love you. Mwah. And then this last question is going to be from Jasmine Ramirez, and she said, ask Mama, how are you going to rearrange the house with Ayla and the new baby? So this is something that I always think about, and I think I got it figured out, and I can't wait to show you guys when I do. But for the most part, Ayla's playroom is going to be Ayla's room, so we are going to redo it, and we're going to get her a toddler bed, and we're going to make this into a really gorgeous, cute little room for her. And then for those of you guys who watch my daily vlogs, you guys know her playroom of what I'm talking about. There's a big sliding door that separates her playroom from the living room, so we're definitely gonna have to be a lot quieter at night, as she will be sleeping right there. But that's okay, because I can move the noise into our room with the baby, where the baby is now going to take over Ayla's spot and going to be in her crib. And I'm going to get a bassinet for the side of my bed, so we will move all the baby's stuff in Ayla's spot now, and Ayla will have her own room in the playroom. I have this huge crafting closet that is in her room right now, and I use it for my crafts, so I'm going to go through and clear that all out, and I'm going to make that into a really adorable, cute closet for Ayla. So she will have her own room and all her stuff in her room. That is such a great question. Thank you guys so much for asking questions. You guys are seriously so awesome. You guys are such amazing support. And for everyone else I didn't get to, I read your guys' comments. They're so awesome, and I will respond to you guys separately. So that is it for today's video, and I'll see you guys here next week on my 20-week update.